You. I cannot hear you.
Hello, good afternoon. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening to you too.
Good evening to you.
I hope everyone is fine and you are enjoying your day. I'm sorry for us, we are setting late because of the Quran, but I think this. Irene, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am also fine.
Okay. I thank God now you people can get me.
Okay, welcome. So
Are you going to
today,
help me share the screen?
my laptop is not working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So today we'll be having a topic on general and personal hygiene, and our speaker will be Irene Dolo, who is an SRH advocate and trainer. So welcome so much, Irene.
Okay, thank you so very much, Katile, for having me here. Our topic today will be general hygiene and personal hygiene, as Katile has said. So what I'm asking for you guys, hygiene is something that we do practice every day. So I expect all of us to give maximum cooperation and feel free to participate before I give you what I have. Let me try and see if I can share my screen. Well, I'm getting challenged, but we'll have to continue.
Irene,
Yes.
share is a window.
Come again.
Don't share the whole screen, share your window.
The recording has stopped.
Irene, you can just continue if you are not able to share the screen.
Hello. Hi guys, can we continue? Oops, can we continue?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yes, because the others will join in as we go. We are waiting. I can't hear anything. Please, let's continue.
Irene, we are waiting for you. Hello, Irene, can you hear us?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear you. We
okay.
are waiting for you.
No,
We're
don't
waiting for
worry.
you.
I was having a challenge sharing my own screen, but
Oh,
we will
it's
have
okay.
to
It's okay.
continue. I will send the notes, right? So we'll just start right away. Our topic today is general hygiene and personal hygiene. As I said before, this session is open for all of us to participate. Now, just to start, what I am expecting each and every one of us from here is to ensure at least to be able to identify physical, emotional, and social changes in puberty, uh, differentiate between physical changes in girls and boys, name the importance of grooming, discuss way of maintaining personal hygiene, understand why personal hygiene is an important part of good health maintenance, understand what areas are included in health maintenance, and finally, name and explain different etiquettes when it comes to hygiene. So we are going to start right away. We are going to start with the changes that do occur, especially in the teen's body. So this forum is for all of us to participate. I hope all of us do understand the stages that do happen in, or the changes that do happen in teens during their adolescence. So the session is open to discuss anything you know about the changes, maybe the changes, we are starting with the physical changes. Anything you know about the changes between the girls and boys, you can just mention it maybe in the comment section or unmute yourself and say. I can see someone has said breast enlargement, that is in girls.
Okay, girls will start having their menses.
Well, that's right.
The hips also start to broaden. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
In boys, we have voice changes. The voice deepens, and
Yes.
also we have wet dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and active sweat.
Thank you so very much. So let us just tell you what I have. When it comes to physical changes, we are going to tackle the reproductive health part of it first. That's why we are talking about the physical changes in adolescence. So just to start, in both girls and boys, they may all develop acne, that is pimple all around the face. Second, perspiration will occur, which may cause body odor, that is sweat that is smelling weird. That will happen to both boys as well. Another one, body will grow taller. Same to boys, body will grow taller. Pubic hair develops. Apply to both. The pubic hair developed in maybe private part or underarm. Another one, underarm hair grow to both of them. Then hips broaden to the girl side, and to the boy side, shoulder and chest broaden. They start becoming bigger on the upper part of the body. Another one, voice soften to the girls, and voice deepens to the boys. And then menstruation begins in girls, and boys, penis enlarges. Another one, breast develops in girl, and in the boy side, testes and scrotum starts to develop. So, well, from there, I hope all of us are okay. You can just give a thumb up if you're okay. Yeah, I can see Benta has said wet dreams for boys. That's right. Up to there, am I clear? Okay, let's continue.
Yes,
So,
you are, Irene.
okay, so we are going to discuss this. We are going to discuss the social changes. That was the physical changes part of it. Now we are in social changes, and all of us know very well that, or maybe when the teens are in their adolescent stages, they fear a lot, and associating with maybe parents or somebody you are close to might be a very big challenge to them. So they try to hide these things, which is not healthy. And obvious, when they hide these things, you find that they uh they bring out body odor that might keep them even far away from the people they can discuss things with. As you know that as learners now, we'll be having this knowledge. I would encourage you to discuss this with maybe the teens in the community. For example, during puberty and into adolescence, most young people want to be more independent. You might notice that you want to spend more time with your friends than with your family, because maybe they fear the parents, they fear the parents, and maybe they fear the family. They fear, like, if I tell my mother that I'm seeing maybe some sort of blood, what will she or the father tell me? They fear like be not in they might not be tackled well with the parents. So even so, it is also important to stay close to your family. I would and encourage you guys to tell them these things, that it's not a crime to tell the parents these things. When you have a question or concern about puberty or about anything, try talking with an older person who already experienced this. And maybe if it's a must you share with the friend, at least try to share with the friend whom you trust, not just a friend. Yeah, that is all about social change. Unless someone has a question there, or maybe want to add something.
Okay, Irene, the problem is when they share with friends, you can't know what kind of advice they can be giving the teen. They may give the wrong advice or the right advice. So
Yeah.
I would suggest to be close with teenagers. So at least to give them time, like to create an environment where you can talk to your child and try to be a friend to a child, in that it can, although they cannot confide in anything, even a relative close to you, or a sister or an uncle, you can make them close to them so that they can, because sometimes friends can advise.
Exactly. But now, what about those people who are maybe do not have this knowledge? And maybe some parents or maybe some friends are afraid of telling or being close to these things and tell them what is exactly happening and what they should expect. So that is quite a challenge also. But you are right. You're very right.
Okay, is it okay, Irene, if you choose friends for your kid, for your teenager?
I
A friend
don't
to your
think
teenager
so.
that you can trust.
Okay. Maybe I think my suggestion, maybe if you have to assign somebody, you have to assign somebody who already can deliver this message effectively. You cannot choose a friend. Maybe that friend do not have much knowledge about these changes, but you can assign somebody who have got this knowledge. But what about you as a parent?
Irene, actually, I'd like to add a bit on that. Okay, on my take, I'd say, as we are an organization that does groundwork. We go to schools. We talk to teenage girls about reproductive health. We talk to them about their relationship, the parent-to-child relationship. Okay, we are all about women and girls empowerment to try and teach them how they can try to understand their self, their worth, the power that is in them. So actually, we have been going through. Last week, we had this case where we went to a school.
Yeah.
And we realized that some of these things that our girls face or our children face, they don't have this parent-to-child relationship. So me, when you ask me, choosing a friend for your child is understatement. We as parents, we should be the first friends for our kids. You get? Like we
Exactly.
realize that there's this huge gap between the girls and their parents, especially mothers. They don't engage them to tell them the adolescent stage, the menstruation period, what is they're supposed to do, all these kinds of challenges these girls these girls face during their teenage. You see, so
Yeah.
we had an idea of trying to engage parents with these kids to make parents realize that if they had this one-on-one session with their girls or their children to tell them the kind of things they should know, what challenges they also went through during their teenage times, we realized it would be so nice rather than us as NGOs or CBOs coming in, try to mentor these girls, because we realized some of these parents don't even talk to their children. There's a very huge gap between
Exactly.
children and their parents. So if we try to bridge this gap, we cannot choose how our kids live sometimes. You know, sometimes they feel like they're all mature in this adolescent stage, so you cannot control all these aspects of them, the friendship thing, whom they meet, they talk to. What we can try and do is to bridge this gap and make the kids realize that they can turn to us as their parents in terms of needs. If they have anything kind of situations they are facing, challenges or something of that sort, it would really be of great help for these girls. They'll get to understand this, the adolescent stage, the reproductive and health thing, the menstruation stage, what they are supposed to do, what is needed of them, how all these aspects come together, and what we can do to help them as parents when that time comes. Thank you, Irene.
Oh well. So that means we also need to impart this knowledge to the parents and tell them like to be free with their kids and tell them this thing. That's good. Thank you.
Yes, can I say something?
Yes, Irene.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
to
I?
add on what Benta has said,
Yeah.
I think this parent-child relationship, I think it should start from childhood, the way a parent is bringing up her own child. So you find that the more you create that free relationship between you and your kid, that kid will grow up knowing that that there's something, she's already free with the mother. So you find that bringing her mother closer and telling her the secrets maybe and everything that she's going through, it will be far much easier for them, for the bond to be there, you see. So it should be such a great factor that the way a mother is bringing up her child, because I remember back then, I used to have a friend of mine. You see, me, I was
Hello,
brought
Catherine,
up in...
you're lost.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Hello?
you're clear. Go ahead.
Yes, we can, Casey. Yes, we can.
Thank you. So I was saying, I remember me growing up in a very strict home. Like my mother used to be so harsh and so strict that you can't even go and tell mom, I'm experiencing this and that. But I used to have a friend of mine who used to like come around and tell me that, you know, I speak such kind of things with my mother. And I was like, okay, so she was back then she was in Form 3, and I was like, how can you have a boyfriend and your mother is just okay with it? And she was like, I always talk to my mom, so when I got a boyfriend, my mom and she was you know, advising them and everything. So you see, it was free for her to always go to her mom and tell her mom everything, instead of going into hidings and do such maybe some weird things, stuffs, you know. And maybe at the end of the day, you find out that the results are not good at all. So with your mom knowing all this, she's able to like guide you and advise you. So it really needs to start from the way a mother is bringing up her own child. And that bonding, you as a mother, you can create that bonding between you and your child. Thank you.
Can I say something? Can I
also have an addition? You can,
yeah, chance for one person.
okay.
And
can
the
you
question
give a chance again to male as well? Female already dominated the session.
yeah, I'm giving the last chance to one person so that we continue.
Amel, kindly, I just want to say
Hello,
something.
Roy.
Yes, thank you. I just want to say something concerning just what
Yes.
you have talked about. This issue of, if attending to the issue of adolescents and their behavior change communication, sometimes what always happen that parents don't understand the behavior. They don't understand the behavior and communication of these young people, more so the adolescents. So, like this, there's other strategies. There are many interventions that people have been taking, like this parental dialogues and other things. And sometimes, again, it starts with the way the surrounding, and it starts with the friends or the relationship the child is involving in, the person is involving in. So to me, I just think like it is because most of the time we say the conversation of young people must be changed, because the way we perceive these people, the way we look at these people, the way maybe we understand this a little bit different. These are people that they want to make decisions on their own. The only thing, we give them information by empowering them, then we give them time to make willing decisions on their own on what it's important, all the information that is important that can help them. So it is all about understanding the behavior and the behavior change communication of these young people. Once you understand them, so it becomes very easy to relate with this person, and even to understand how the person is kind of whatever. So to me, I'm just thinking what is important. We have to go to the root and understand the conversation, understand these people, their behavior, the way they are communicating, the way they are doing their stuff. Then that can help maybe even the parents, by us even teaching the parents on how they can understand their kids as well.
I think we should proceed.
Hello, my network is terrible. Hello, everyone. You're getting me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are discussing emotional changes. And I was saying, I don't know if you grasp what I was saying about emotional changes. Anyone? Well, I was saying that emotional changes, these are changes that do occur depending on the hormones that do happen in these teens. the hormones that begin the physical changes during puberty. This is also affect their moods and maybe the way they're feeling. For example, some teenagers experience quick changes in their moods. Others feel terrific about the changes in themselves. Like this is the stage whereby they start developing feelings towards one another, towards the opposite gender, maybe in terms of love. This is the stage where they experience anger so much. They get offended so easily, frustration, they get frustration, maybe sadness, all those, those feelings and maybe experience come by emotional changes that do happen to them. So I had a question. You as an empowered person, maybe you as a parent, how will you help these boys and girls in their teens to cope with their emotional changes? Are you someone who is free to talk about these things? Are you someone who is free with the kids and control their emotions? You find that their emotion cannot even allow them to get what you are saying. Maybe there is some order coming, poor hygiene, and you want to advise your child, please go and bathe and do this, and they feel like you are even disturbing them. So I'm asking, how will you help these kids at least cope with their emotions during this stage? The floor is yours.
Okay,
I'm giving a chance to 3 people to discuss. Uh,
okay.
yeah. Yes, Odun.
If I may comment or say something on emotional changes, first of all, we must realize that this generational gap, there's a generational gap because what we used to do long time ago is not this time, it's not in this generation. So first, as
Yeah.
parents, we need to adjust ourselves as parents so that we can be in this generation where we can advise our children adequately. Because maybe the things we do in 1990 are not how the children behave in 2023. So first, parents need to update themselves with these changes. Then they can advise their children adequately. Secondly, on the question of emotional change, for you to advise somebody well, you must create a friendly environment. You must become, they must know you or they must understand you well that they are friendly with you in a certain way so that they can share with you. So in this way, if they are friend with you or they can talk with you in a plain manner, you can understand them. So there you can talk with them in good way because honestly, you cannot just go and advise these young teens, this and they'll be annoyed with you, they will see any, and first you must create a good rapport. That's my main point with them, so that you can know how to get with along with them, so that you can just advise them. Because if you don't create
That's
a good
true.
rapport, you cannot. Thank you.
Oh, well.
Okay,
Anyone
I
want to
want
Irene,
to add
discuss?
Irene,
something.
can I?
Yes, Florence. Yes,
Um,
Florence.
uh, okay, thank you. Um, Parent-child relationship should start at an early age. You cannot just wait until your child reaches adolescent stage is when you start telling the child about the growth of the body. So for you to work on the emotional changes of your child, you should start early enough. In fact, as a parent, we are advised to be our children's first sex educator. You should be the first person your child hears those things on adolescent or reproductive health related issues from you. So we are advised that if we want to tackle the reproductive health issues, we start with the parents. So the parents should be knowledgeable. The parents should know all the changes. The parents should be comfortable talking about these issues freely, because we have some parents that are still feeling shy to talk about these sexuality issues.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
cannot speak about them freely. So sharing these with a child will not be easy for such parents. Instead, they'll be abusing them. I've seen so many parents, instead of telling the child that nowadays you are growing, behave like this because you might be pregnant, or you will be, have some things like a pregnancy and relationship of boy to child, boy to girl. The mother will come with abuse like, na kuona siku hizi unakuwa unataka kutembea na wanaume hapa na pale, kama wewe umejua wewe ni mwanamke mwenzangu, hautakaa hapa kwa nyumba yangu. Hama tu kama wewe ni mwanamke mwenzangu. And you know, the hyper and the energy that our children have during that stage. They have a lot of energy. If you don't make use of it properly, the child will go out of the way. So as parents, number one, we should be knowledgeable. Number two, let us do that thing that is right at the right time. Start early enough, even before puberty. Just tell your child, if you reach this stage, you will start seeing such like changes in your body. But immediately you see this, come and tell me so that we can share more. So you relate your speech with something else, and then you talk about it freely. But if you funika, you blanket your information, they'll not get you right. And I discourage choosing friends for my child, because I've seen so many children always they run for elderly people. Like for example, you are a class 5 child, we run to a form 3 or form 4 or form 2 child to get the right information. And always these children, we don't know, they might mislead, because some of them, they are not of that good intention to their fellow children. Yeah. Even me, I can testify that my first sexual encounter was from a friend whom I trusted so much, and I was abused through that hand. But because of the relationship that I had between me and my dad, I went freely and reported the case, because we had a good relationship between me and my dad, not my mom, because my mom was too harsh. So I could not go to her. But I reported the case to my dad, and I found justice.
Which is still okay.
So always as parents, so always parents, we should be a little bit friendly. Whenever you see a problem, just correct it in a friendly manner, but give room for discussion. Thank you.
And this is automatically telling us to empower both parents and girls, right? And the teens. Well, let's move to the next slide. Now, which is called menstruation. I will give the chance to one person at least to give us, to tell us how she or he understand menstruation. Just define too. Yes, Benta.
Oh, Irene. Okay. What I understand by menstruation is this stage when a girl starts seeing her monthly periods, like when she starts bleeding on a monthly basis. So in the menstruation part, I don't think I'd add much, but what I'd like to say is that in the menstruation, we talk about how you take care of yourself during the menstruation period, what you're supposed to do as a girl, how what you use, maybe a pad, how you're supposed to put it on, how you dispose it off, how many times you're supposed to change your pad, the part of washing your body, the cleanest part of bathing, how many times you're supposed to bathe in a day, and so on and so forth, I think. Thank you.
Yeah, we are coming to that. That is true. Okay, according to my research, menstruation, or most commonly means period. Most of them knows it as period. It's a normal biological process in which the monthly exclusion of blood and cellular fragments from the uterus occur that start at puberty at a certain age. I hope I'm clear. Another definition, which is quite simpler, it's a normal vaginal bleeding that occur as part of women's monthly cycle. And we have maybe tools that these girls need to use during their menses to keep them clean and ensure that they are free from maybe infections. We have sanitary towel. We have, we call them tampons. Yeah, tampons. These are the materials that they need to use, and maybe tell them how to use this thing, to change this thing so that they avoid maybe the infection that might come by this. I think there we are clear.
Yes, we are.
And then, hello, is there anybody with another thing? Yeah, now we are getting to menstrual hygiene part of it. What is menstrual hygiene? Menstrual hygiene basically is cleaning, is dealing with the days during which one experiences their periods. How are you dealing with the ways when you start experiencing these changes in your body as a girl, when you start seeing your menses? How do you deal with it? Women and adolescents are using a clean menstrual management materials. That is what I was talking about, the sanitary towel and maybe the tampons, or to collect menstrual blood that can be changed in privacy as often as necessary. How is that? There is a lot of noise coming from the background.
Tell Benta to unmute. It is some noise.
I'm sorry about that, Irene. It was my kid. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah,
I'm
no
so
problem.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Irene, can you start again? Because I couldn't hear anything.
Okay, all right. We are talking, we are in the menstrual hygiene part of it. And we were defining what's a menstrual hygiene. We said that menstrual hygiene basically is dealing with the days during which one experiences their periods. How do you take time to clean those areas? How do you often change your pad or sanitary towel? How often do you change your tampons? And I said women and adolescent girls are using clean menstrual management materials, which we have already mentioned, or to absorb or maybe to collect menstrual blood that can be changed in privacy as often as necessary, maybe to avoid the infection and maybe to avoid being ashamed of yourself. Yeah. And then we have importance and maybe necessities of menstrual hygiene management. Menstrual hygiene management provides an important step not only regarding sanitation matters, but also towards helping women and girls both physically and mentally. The importance of menstrual hygiene management. And then menstrual hygiene management combined with health issues through awareness of menstrual hygiene, behavioral change, and cope-up mechanism. Are we together? Is there anybody with another thing to add? Maybe just to add on the necessary, what do you think is necessary during, what do you think is necessary or maybe an important of menstrual hygiene management? If there is no question, let's move on. Then we have harmful effects of poor menstrual hygiene
Sorry.
management. There is a way that poor hygiene can be harmful during your menses. So we have got some things that we do experience, maybe to the teens. They do experience that maybe can affect their personal life. For example, one of the harmful effects of poor menstrual hygiene management is maybe school absenteeism and disengagement. You find that they are afraid and they are ashamed of themselves because maybe they do not know, they do not have this knowledge of taking care of them and taking care of their personal hygiene. So they fear going to school on daily basis. They find themselves avoiding going to school during their menses, and that is a negative impact to their life actually. And then we have psychosocial effects. They are ashamed of themselves, insecurity, embarrassment, and all that. And then another thing, poor menstrual hygiene management means women and girls will not have the knowledge to know the use of protection materials and how to clean themselves to avoid infections. So this is also a challenge. They are at a high risk of getting infections during their menses because some of them do not know how to clean. You find but that maybe the price of pads has gone high. One cannot afford this pad. You find that she used the same pad from morning to evening. What about those who have got heavy flow that cannot maintain it? What do they do? So maybe they are using other materials. Someone cannot even afford a sanitary towel. They use maybe the cotton cloths, which has got particles, and they do not know how to clean these things. You find that they are at a high risk of getting infection, which is very harmful to their health. From there, anybody with addition or subtraction?
Okay. If I may add something,
Yeah, I'll do.
I just want to say that all these issues is coming around because first, most particularly when you say that they are afraid, embarrassed, they cannot go to school, I think I tend to believe that this is a problem that comes because us as parents, we didn't inform our girls about these changes that will come in future times. So when these things happen to them, it's like they caught them unaware, surprised, like what is this happening to me? So I think when we can tell our little ladies, all girls, about these things in advance, train them. So when these things are come at that time, they know they are not caught unaware, like what is happening to me, and they will not see it as what. Because menstruation is not a bad thing, because it's the same example that you are fertile. Because we should need to bring some positivity on this thing. It's not like they should feel shy, what. But the problem is that we don't inform them early enough so that when that time reach, they are prepared. Also, if parents can't do this or to, because that will require another thing to do with parenting thing of training parenting issues altogether. Maybe there's various organizations like Dream Girl, very many organizations. I think we can take chances of those and train our ladies on what to do, because maybe training parent on parenting now is another route altogether. Maybe they didn't do it, maybe what. So, but we cannot just blame them. Also, we can take this opportunity and do it to these ladies, maybe at school. There's different organizations dealing with ladies nowadays. A lot of organizations dealing. Why they can also come up with a good to train these ladies on these matters, so that when that time reach, it does not look like it's something very they are afraid of. It will be prepared in advance so that they know this, and that is that, and it's not a bad thing on how they should keep themselves during those stages. Thank you.
Right.
I also have a comment.
Hello.
Yes, Florida, go ahead.
Thank you.
Continue.
Just to add on to the product, when it's
Okay.
all hygiene management, education, it's divided into two pillars. Pillar is breaking the silence. Menstruation is considered a taboo. That's a conversation most parents do not have, especially in African homes. So we cannot blame our parents because they also had a similar challenge when they were growing up. It's a conversation they never had. So that is what was transferred to them. So if we're expecting much from our parents, I think that's where we are finding it challenging with the current adolescent. Most parents don't talk about it. And when we also, even as organizations, when we are talking to girls about menstruation, how well do we break the silence about it? Do we make it normal such that if I have heavy flow or if I have abnormal bleeding, I can still feel comfortable to share my experience with other people? There are those people who don't feel pain at all. There are those people who bleed for very few days. There are those people who bleed for long. There are those people who get their period after a few weeks. There are those people who get their period after a month. And that's why we as a menstrual cycle, not monthly. So to what extent do we make this information about menstruation accessible to these adolescents? There's a project I'm doing in Mugurubi, and there are so many cases of teenage pregnancy in that area. Mugurubi is in Migori. And when you trace it back, what are some of the causes to those high rates of teenage pregnancy among adolescent girls? Menstruation is something that most girls quote. Period, we call it period poverty. When it comes to now the products, which is pillar number 2, safe and hygienic management. How well do we let the girls be aware of the products that have been approved that we can use to manage our menstruation as women and girls? We have the sanitary towels. We have reusable sanitary towels, which works for most girls who comes from poor background, where they can't access pads every month. Because in some homes, a woman has like 4 or 5 daughters who are menstruating. Each girl needs at least 2 packets of pads. And this woman is weighing between buying food and pads. If I buy pads, only these 4 girls are going to celebrate. If I buy food, everyone in the household is going to celebrate. So I would rather go for food that is going to serve many and leave pads. Where does this girl leave most girls into? They must find alternative solutions to help them manage their menstruation. Majority of them get into transactional relationships where they exchange pads for sex. You have sex with a man in exchange of pads worth 50 bob. At the end of the day, you don't even have knowledge on sexual reproductive health. If such a thing happened, how do I go about it? At the end of the day, you're going to get pregnant, drop out of school. So let's always talk about the various products. We have the tampons, we have the menstrual cup, especially the reusable ones. If you cannot access pads every month, there are other options. You can use the reusable one, something that can serve even for up to 10 years. By the time
Yeah.
10 years, someone you're done with your school, at least you have a source of income, you can now access pads on your own. Thank you.
Okay, that's right. So I hope that one is clear. Just to move on the next step, the personal hygiene and grooming part of it. And now we are into it. I request one of us maybe to give us the differences between personal hygiene and grooming. Anybody to unmute and tell us the differences between personal hygiene and grooming?
Okay, I may try. I think that, according to me, I think personal hygiene is about ensuring that you as personally you clean yourself in an appropriate way. Then grooming, I think, yes, you can be clean, but also grooming come in that way. How do you order yourself? How do you label yourself in this essence? For example, okay, you can be taking showers every day, doing all that is personal hygiene part of it. Then how do you groom? How do you carry yourself? How do you put on? How do you put your things in order? That's more of personal grooming part of it. I don't know how I can put it better, but that's how I can understand it personally. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. So personal hygiene involves keeping all parts of the external body clean and healthy, while groom part of it is just the practice that you do generally concerning about the hygiene. Grooming is now the practice, while the personal hygiene is keeping all parts of the external body clean and healthy. Another step, we are going to learn on the types of personal hygiene. You can wrap them up before we continue. The types of personal hygiene. Or maybe let me just go through them and you understand. We have dental hygiene. Dental hygiene involves more than just having dental hygiene involves more than just having white teeth. A good dental hygiene routine can help prevent issues such as gum disease and bleeding and maybe cavity. It can also prevent bad breath. Ensure at least you do brush your teeth. They do say after every meal. Let's say you went for maybe a funeral and you got your lunch at the funeral there. Do you have to carry your toothbrush and toothpaste with you? So I encourage it, like you brush your teeth at least twice a day, very early in the morning before you take your breakfast, and late in the evening when you want to sleep. Another type of personal hygiene is body. Several million sweat glands cover the human body. We do sweat each and every day. And there is those people who have got maybe a lot of sweat, that is, they do experience a lot of sweat. And the sweat has got a smell. So when bacterial break down sweat, the process creates a smell or body odor. So I recommend washing the body will help prevent skin irritation. It will also help in removing the bacteria that causes body odor. Bathe, bathe, bathe. Another thing is hair. This is applied to both of us. There is some men who have got rasta, and there is ladies who also have got rasta, and we ladies keep long hair. Please at least wash your hair, remove the oil, and keep a person's or keep yourself looking clean and fresh in both the hair and maybe the rest of your body. Then another type of personal hygiene, we have hand washing. Regular hand washing is one of the best way to avoid spreading communicable diseases. Like you remember the case of corona. People only knew that we should clean our hand often because of corona, and this is no. There is a lot of diseases that come out due to maybe poor hygiene, when you don't know how to wash your hands. Most of for those people who keep long nails. So therefore, it is recommended we wash our hands at certain times. This may include maybe before or during and often and after preparing food, before eating food, before and after looking after anyone who is vomiting or has diarrhea, before and after treating a cat wound, and maybe after collecting the garbage or dirty surfaces or objects, after handling pets or pet-related items such as food, and maybe as after changing your baby's diaper, after visiting the toilet, name them. There are many. And then nails. Keep your fingernails short as you can. Clean them and wash them properly with soap and running water. Clean running water, I mean. And then next step, how to maintain good personal hygiene. How do we maintain our personal hygiene? When it comes to dental hygiene, for a healthy mouth and smell, it is recommended to brush your teeth at least twice a day. Take 2 minutes or even 3 minutes. Clean your teeth appropriately. And then hand wash. We have got steps for effective hand wash. 1, wet your hands with clean running water, then turn off the tap and apply soap. 2, lather the hands by rubbing them together with the soap, remembering to reach the back of the hand between the fingers. I wish I could have demonstrated this. And under the nails. And then third, scrub the hands for at least 20 seconds, which a person can time by humming the happy birthday song twice, Rinse the hands well under clean running water. And then lastly, dry the hands using clean towel, or maybe hair dry them, or maybe you can use a serviette, because I do not encourage people to use maybe towel, because you might not the only person using that towel, and all of us do not know how to clean their hands. There is some dirty particle that might remain back, and you're using the same towel. So I encourage to use maybe serviette. After using it, you throw it away, or you just leave your hands to dry by air. And then body. It is advisable to shower or bathe daily. At least try to bathe daily, whether in cold season or hot season. Try to.
Hello.
Yeah.
Before you go to body, can I add something about the hand, if it's okay? The washing of the hands.
1 minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So in the steps of washing the hand, the steps that you've said, that we don't encourage a person to close the tap after you've wet your hands, because you'll use the same dirty hands touching the tap and you've already washed them. So we always encourage in the nursing that after you've opened the tap, the water should be running. Then after wetting your hands, you put soap, you lather, we call them, washing the back of your hand, we call them, you interlace the right hand, you change, you interlace the left hand, then you interlock the right hand, the left hand. After interlocking, you wash your knuckles. Now, after washing your knuckles, you'll wash your thumb straight to the index finger, because when you're washing your knuckles, you won't be able to wash the thumb. You won't be able to wash the thumb, and you're supposed to wash inside that thumb. So after the knuckles is washing the thumb straight to the index finger. After the knuckles, now you wash the tips of your finger. By doing that, you're also washing the inside your fingernails. After the tip of your finger, you wash your wrist, you wash the other wrist, then now is when you rinse. Then you part dry. Part dry, then you can use a paper towel, a tissue, or anything. You use the same paper towel to close off the tap, because if you touch this tap, you will have contracted the germs again. So you don't touch the tap with your hands. You use the paper towel to close this tap. Those are the steps of washing hands.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay,
Wonderful.
can I add something? 1 minute too.
Okay, let's continue. Ella, there is somebody who want to add something?
Yes,
Please do
just
it
on
fast.
dental hygiene.
Yeah, dental hygiene.
You get that most people do brush their teeth, yes, but they're not doing it properly. First, we need to know how to brush our teeth, because some do just brush the front teeth only. We need to do the brushing of the inner part of our teeth, our tongue, and also the corners of our teeth, and also the outer part, because you can get somebody's brushing the teeth, yes, but it's not doing it rightly. Thank you.
Well, let's continue to the body. So we are advised to bathe daily using soap and water to rinse away dead skin cells. That we have got dead skin cells in our body every day. So that is why we are being encouraged to at least bathe daily, because after bathing we do apply oil and we are going to sweat, and maybe there is bacteria, maybe in these oils that we use there is bacteria. So we have got dead skin that occur in our body daily. That's why we are encouraged to at least bathe twice a day. People can pay special attention to areas that accumulate more sweat, maybe such as the armpits. Concentrate on them and wash them. At least when there is some air growing under armpit, brush them off, remove them so that you maintain cleanliness and to avoid sweat. Make sure you rub that place very well when you're bathing. In between the toe, clean them, and maybe the groin area, clean them so well. And then when it comes to nails, I think we have discussed about the nails, using sanitizer tools to trim the
I have a
nails,
question, Irene.
keep them short. Can you hold your question, please, so that I finish? Yeah, keep your question after this slide. We discuss them, okay? Is that okay with you? Or you can just go ahead.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay, fine. Ensure that no dirt can collect underneath them. Ensure there is no dirt under your nails. For those of us who got stick-ons, how do you clean your stick-ons? How do you ensure that there is no any particle remaining there? Scrub the nails, the underside of the nails with a nail brush can form part of person's hand. Please rub your nails, generally clean your fingernails properly, and even your toenails. But these fingernails, if you don't clean them well, you are at a high risk of eating dirt, which can lead to communicable diseases. Last but not least, let's discuss about the factors that can negatively impact hygiene. One of them, we have poverty. Not all of us are rich. We are not in the same class. We are not in the same level. Some people cannot even, do not have access to clean water. They cannot even afford soap. So poverty is a great impact that can really affect your personal hygiene. Another thing, personal mental health. Those people who have got mental problems, obviously they do not know how to take care of themselves. They might touch that and they might not remember to clean them, or do not even know how to clean them. That is another factor. Those people who are under alcohol influence. The time you are drunk, you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what you are eating. You just eat. You just do your own things. So these are a very serious factor that negatively affect the hygiene. And then we have negative effects of poor personal hygiene. Isolation is one of them. For example, you went to church. Remember, it's very early in the morning and you're smelling sweat all over your body. These people sitting around you won't be comfortable, obvious. You will see them moving, or maybe if they don't move, watavumilia. They will feel like, oh, how will I tell this person that he or she is smelling bad? That is a negative effect. Another one, trouble at your workplace. Obviously, at your workplace, maybe the boss wants to promote you, and when you are a staff who always have got body odor, the boss will feel like, oh, if I assign this person, maybe if I give him or her a higher rank, what will my visitors feel? How will they feel? This person has got odor body. You find that the boss anakulenga na anapatia mtu mwingine promotion because of your body odor. These are very great negative effect. And then lastly, poor personal hygiene can be particularly in the food industry. You're somebody who is handling food, maybe in a restaurant, in a small food joint, in a kibanda. You want to serve somebody meal and you are coughing like, I don't know what. You are coughing, your apron is so dirty, and you are also putting your job at risk because it might be the health guy might shut it down, so that will drag you behind. So those are the negative effect of poor personal hygiene. I'll give you chance, you guys, to maybe add some of negative effect of poor personal hygiene before I move to the last slide. Anybody?
Before talking about the negative of personal hygiene, can I add something on you just touched on the growing area. Can I add something?
Yeah, continue.
So we always advise when you're taking care of, we call it 1%, the growing area, both the female and the male, it is a very sensitive part. And if you don't take care of it very well is when you end up having the UTI infections. So we always advise that you have a separate face towel or a bath towel that you use it to clean your groin area. For ladies, you can have, like, if you are not using shower, and we always encourage and we always advise, you can use basin to wash your groin area with just a clean water, 2 basin, one for washing, one for rinsing. You can put a pinch of salt. It's good for that area, just a small pinch of salt.
Yeah.
For ladies, it's like a disinfectant, just not hot water, not cold, just warm water, like 43 degrees Celsius. It's a good temperature for the perineal area, the groin area. So the first towel is for washing. You can fold it 4 times so that you don't contaminate this water again. You bring this water in washing your groin part. You can fold it in 4 times, mitten it 4 times. After washing the first, you just unfold as you wash. The second bath towel is for rinsing. For male, when you're coming to male, if you're uncircumcised, just touch your the perineal shaft, push it backwards, then in a circular motion at the tip, just round, then slide, just wash it around very well. Those who are circumcised, there's nothing, you're not pushing down the foreskin. So you'll just circular motion round, also bitten it so that you don't contaminate. You don't put this face towel or the bath towel in the basin again, you touch it, because that one you are doing zero work. You are disinfecting that area. So after that is when you can take another one, then you wash. If it's ladies, you can wash from your vagina now, the meters here, going upwards to your anus, going upwards to your buttocks area, just upward. That's the line there, the anus there, you wash it upwards, not downward. We call it from clean to unclean. Same to men, from your scrotum, from the scrotum, the ball going upward. And by that one, you've taken care of your 1%. And also with that, also ensure just that you hydrate, just take a lot of water and you take fruits, and for ladies, plain yogurt or mala is good. Thank you.
Wonderful. And pineapple, right? Well, let's move to the last slide. Hygiene routine tips. These are the helpful tips. For, is there anybody talking?
Yes,
Sinyanina?
yes.
Can you hold on, please?
All right.
Yeah. Let's move to the part, the last part of it, which is hygiene routine tips. Helpful tips for maybe creating a hygiene routine. One of them, make it a habit. Wake up knowing how to clean yourself. Most of us, okay, they know very well, or maybe most of us know very well that when I wake up, I should brush my teeth. And you find that some of them or some of us assume this, they know it very well. You know very well that you're supposed to bathe, and you find yourself assuming and moving on like everything are okay. So at least make it habit with daily practice. A new habit can become a regular part of life. And then maybe choose one area to focus on and practice until it becomes a second nature. Know how to clean yourself daily. And then set reminders. If you're a forgetful person, using the Notes app will remind you. Or cell phone can be a great way to avoid forgetting any task. You can set your own reminder to remind you when to bathe, when you're about to forget. And then use rewards. When I talk of use rewards, this applies to maybe the sick person, the elderly, the child. At least after teaching your child, or when you are taking care of the sick, after telling them how they are supposed to behave hygienically, at least reward them. This will help them to have this as habit, and they will feel like, oh, when I'm clean, I'm being appreciated. When I brush my teeth, I'm being rewarded. So it will become an habit and motivational thing, like to help them know that hygiene is very important, even when we are sick, even if we are young, even if we are elderly. Hygiene is something very important. Give them incentive. And then lastly, invest in nice toiletries. Nunua masabuni ya kuosha choo ambazo zinanukia poa, of which somebody akiingia choo, she or he will feel like, wow, this toilet is smelling so good. It's clean. This will communicate something to this person. When he or she goes back to her or his place, he will also apply the same. He will even ask you, which toiletries are you using? Your toilet is smelling so good. And they will apply. You will find them taking that habit with them. So that was the last slide. So the floor is open for you, maybe to add something, to ask your question. Maybe if you want something was not right and you want to subtract. So the floor is yours now for those people who have good questions.
A question. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's say somebody has brushed his teeth very well at night. Is it appropriate again to wake up and brush your teeth? Because they do say nowadays.
You're breaking, Odo.
I'm asking.
Am
I clear now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying, if you have brushed your teeth well at night, is it appropriate again to wake up in the morning and do the brushing? Because they do say nowadays that is good to the reason why you should avoid morning brushing, because at night there's a certain germ that helps in digestion. So they say it's not appropriate again to wake up and brush your teeth in the morning before eating anything. Am I clear?
Yeah, you are clear. Can I answer your question?
Yes, please.
Well, this will depend with somebody. You know, we are not the same. There's somebody who wake up with the mouth fresh, and there are those people who wake up with very dirty mouth. Now tell me from bed to breakfast. You will not even take okay, what is the approach? What do you think is appropriate time? Should you brush your teeth after taking breakfast, which I don't recommend. So just to answer your question, I think it is recommendable. Wake up and brush your teeth. You remember you were not talking to somebody, you were sleeping with your mouth closed. When you wake up, at least brush it so that you take something. Yeah.
Okay,
Are you
I have a
satisfied?
question.
Yeah, Joyce, go ahead.
Is it advisable to tell maybe the adolescent girls to like shave the hair around the pubic area, their armpits and the genitals?
Yeah, it's right. It is something that will keep doing, make it habit, at least help adolescent because they are ashamed of themselves. If possible, even help them to shave their parts, especially when it's somebody whom you are related to.
Please, can I ask on the shaving part, that question you are answering? Is it good to shave or trim? Because you can shave it to be clean, because those hairs have also their role in the places they are. Is it advisable we trim them or we shave them plainly clean? Please.
So this will depend on how somebody take his or her hygiene serious. You might assume not saving them, but you don't wash those areas. You might assume you don't, you might choose not to shave. But when it comes to cleaning, you don't, because this air thing, they hide that can bring infection to your body, maybe body rashes. So I think it's just okay. Yes, they do have roles, but it's okay to be clean. They have got that, and there is dangers that come along with it. Air can cut you. Are you aware of that? Can cut you sometimes. So I think just to maintain, for the sake of hygiene and maybe to avoid body odor, it's advisable to shave or keep them short and ensure proper hygiene. Bathe, bathe, bathe.
Okay, Irene, I concur with you. And I would say, me as a feminist, I would say this: when you go to give birth, we are shaved. You can't, yes, when you're going to give birth, you have stitches, you have to be stitched. The doctor will insist you shave. If you go, you have not shaved, they'll shave you. So I think shaving is okay to shave. It's a sign of cleanliness. Me, I like shaving mine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Any other person?
Yes, I have a question, Irene.
Yeah, continue.
It goes back to the previous speaker. I didn't really get it.
You are lost? Come again, please.
Back to the previous speaker, she was speaking about the essence of ladies and yogurt. I've always heard about that, but I've never really gotten the importance. If she can illustrate, I really appreciate.
The use of yogurt and mala.
Yes, I've never gotten the essence quite well. That's why I was requesting kama anaweza eleza.
Yeah, she was trying to say for those for the women and girls that to avoid maybe fungal or yeast infection, to keep yourself clean, it's advisable for girls at least to take yogurt and mala, even pineapple. Though I'm not aware of, I'm not sure about what science tell us about this yogurt, the nutrients that is in it that will keep us healthy. I do not get the science part of it, but it is advisable to use the yogurt, use mala, use, when we talk of yogurt, we use that plain yogurt with sour taste, not sweet, and use pineapple. This will help you to, or this will protect you from getting fungal infection. And this one you should do along with proper hygiene, and you can survive it. Don't just drink because you are told to take yogurt, so you forget about cleaning yourself. Yeah, that is what she was trying to illustrate.
Can I add something too?
Yeah,
Hello?
go ahead. Yes, continue.
Now yogurt also, they are rich in, they are rich in proteins, calcium, vitamins, and also they have something like probiotics. Because of a certain bacteria, they have the probiotics, which also helps in fighting the diseases, the UTI infection. They help in immune. The probiotics.
Hi, you're lost. Hope you guys get what she was trying to say.
Are you getting me now?
Okay, continue. You're back now.
I'm saying that yogurts, they are rich, apart from them being rich in protein and calcium, they also have probiotics. Okay.
Yeah.
And the probiotics, they boost the immune system.
Yes.
They boost the immune system, the probiotics, and those ones help in fighting the diseases like the UTI infection. That is why we encourage ladies to take them. Yes, that is the science behind it.
Wonderful. So I hope that is clear. I can see Wycliffe is asking, what are some of the ways of detecting and preventing mental sickness among the adolescents? Okay, mental health ni kama mtu anachizi as a result of stress to the adult. For you to prevent this mental sickness, be close with somebody you love. Make a call, check up on them. People are going through a lot. People are frustrated. People has got different things that give them sleepless nights daily. To prevent mental sickness among the adolescents, keep them close, talk to them, ensure they are okay. Ask them what they need, even if it is beyond your capacity. I hope you can reach someone who can help you with something to help this person escape this kind of sickness. For you to detect, you feel like somebody is not okay. This person will isolate him or self somewhere. He will be like lonely, rigid, not free to share anything that is happening to him. So at least talking to them will help you know what they are going through. I hope Wycliffe it's clear. Are we together, guys?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Anyone with a question before we conclude? Well, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you so very much for your time and for being attentive to this session. I hope you've got something, and all of us have learned. The session was so interactive. We were able to share all that we wanted to, all the knowledge that most of us didn't have. Now we all have it. So I want to appreciate all of you and keep on with the same spirit. Don't quit the session, the remaining session. I wish you all the best and thank you so very much. Is Katile in? Hello, Miss Katile, are you in? Are you here with us? Well, I hope all of you have filled the form. So before we leave, somebody can maybe pray for us now that we are going to rest.
Okay, let's us pray. But there was no form. It was not working.
Okay.
Can we pray? Okay. Thank you, Lord, for this session, Father. You have been with us from the time we begin it and now, Father. Help us with wisdom and knowledge to deliver what we have learned today to our adolescent children, Father. Teach us also to have sharp brain. Give us courage to discuss this hard topic, oh Father. With us this night, protect us from any dangers. Until we meet again next time, just name and do believe and pray. Amen.
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 Amen. Thank you.
You can leave at your own pleasure.
Amen.
Good night, guys.